Hey everybody, it's Rolly. And so if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you are catching the replay. Would love to know that you're joining me. So I wanted to share a little bit about Bridging the Gap Wellness Center and share a little bit about services updates as to where things are, what it is that's going on, and just to give you a little bit of an idea as to what it is that's happening here in Haileybury. So let's start with that. So Bridging the Gap Wellness Center is located in Haileybury. It's located at 498 Ferguson Avenue, downtown Haileybury. So a lot of people wonder where, for those of you who are from the area, wonder, well, where's Ferguson? Because Ferguson, for most people, is up by the post office in Haileybury, but we're actually downtown, right downtown Haileybury. So a lot of people seem to think that that's part of the main route of Haileybury. And so it's coming in from Lakeshore, at the gas station on the corner, it actually turns into Ferguson. So, and then it continues on to the end of the road for it to become Ferguson. So it's on that main drag coming into Haileybury. And so we are literally kitty corner from the Leisure Inn Motel. So we have the Leisure Inn Motel on one side. There's an apartment building across the road from us that used to be Roy's Restaurant. So anybody who is familiar with Roy's Restaurant. And then across the way from us is Head to Toe services. So Hugo's business is right across the road from us. So that's kind of like where we are on that four corner area, because we're literally right on the corner of Ferguson and Broadway. So that's the first thing that I wanted to be able to share. So that's where we're located and where you can actually find us. So one of the things that I wanted to be able to share is what are some of the services. I get that a lot as to like, I didn't even know that this was in here. I didn't even know that you guys offered these things. And so I thought that it would be a good idea to be able to jump on and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what's going on inside this building. And there's lots of things that actually go on inside the building. So I'm going to share out my screen. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys in 1 second. So I'm going to put it here. So this is our website. So within our website, it has a number of things. I just want to make sure that this is actually happening, just because I've been having some tech issues. So just want to make sure that you guys can actually see it and know that that's what it is that you guys are actually seeing. So what I'm going to do is take this banner off though. And I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to put this one on. That's going to run down on the bottom. So that way there you guys can see it. And I'm going to take off one more thing just to make things a little easier, so that you can see the screen a little bit better. So this is what it is that the Wellness Center website page looks like. So some people have been going to the website page for some time and it's like, okay, but I can't find anything. There's no information. It keeps saying that there's going to be more information coming soon. And so I finally have been, since over Christmas time, have been actually working on being able to get that information out. So here is the information kind of generalized as to what it is that's going on. So here the community room rental is, so one of the things that is offered is that you can actually come and rent a room. So you can rent a room for personal reasons. You can come and use the internet and get some things done. You can actually rent the group room. We've had people that have hosted their own small little parties, own small little gatherings inside the room. We've had people that have actually come to use the room so that they can actually have private meetings virtually or over the phone or one-to-one, whatever it is that they've needed. So that's actually available is the community room rentals. So we have the 3 rooms. One of the rooms contain the sauna, so that one there is a little bit more restricted as to its use, simply because it also gets booked for the sauna. So it's not as readily available as the other 2 rooms. So that is one of the things that is in terms of that community room rental. So right now, if you click on this, it'll take you to the booking link. Whereas eventually what's going to happen, probably in the next month or so, is I'm actually going to have the community room rental and have a description for each one of the rooms. That's going to be in there as well. So as we scroll down, and then it shares a little bit more about, so this is exactly where we are in terms of location, so that you can actually see what the outside of the building looks like. Sometimes people seem to think, for whatever reason, that we are down at the other corner, but this is the corner that we're at. And so, like I said, literally kitty corner is the Leisure Inn, and head to toe is right across the way from us. And so we have some self-serve services. So these are one of the things that is new. This has been something newer that has been going on. So we have the anti-parasitic zapper, as well as the Flex Ion Detox. And so we've had several people coming in. We have some people that actually come in and use these services regularly. And so there is more bundle options that you can actually have access to in terms of the Flex Ion. And so it gives a little bit of a description as to what it is that's going on there. And then it talks about the medical sauna, and it talks about the Himalayan foot detox. So, and then these are underneath the heading of health and wellness. So right now, under health and wellness, so if you actually click on that tab, it'll actually take you directly to just where these, I'm just going to stay on this page for a second, where these particular services are. And then, but also I've got the drop down menu. And so right now there's only the Flex Ion page and the anti-parasitic page that has like more detail about what it is that is offered with them and what the benefits are and so on and so forth. So I will be adding the infrared sauna, the Himalayan foot detox, as well as the vibration massage mat, the satellite therapy, as well as the earthing mat. So all of these things are offered here, where you actually just come in and use the services. And so if you're new, you've never used them before, then there's always, then I always make sure to set up a time when I can make sure that you have access to being able to learn how to be able to do them. So we've got that part kind of going through. And then we've got below on the same main homepage is meditation, kids stress program, group sessions, and joining a class. And so this is our meditation room. And so it doesn't always look like this. It depends on what you're using that room for. And so again, we're going to have more detail about those particular things. And then, of course, it's all about, for me, it's all about the holistic wellness. So what are some of the ways of being able to manage your own health using holistic approaches? So then, of course, as we scroll down, we've got our team. So we've got myself, Wendy, and Dana, who come in all the time. And then as we kind of move through, we've got Tamara, and then we've got the metaphysical store that's available as well. And then Diane offers her massages weekly as well. And so you can go in and learn more about each one. And right now we are still in the process of getting things updated. So we still have to get the testimonials in here. And then we have suggested products. So these are products that our practitioners use and or recommend depending on what it is that they're doing. So we're going to go to the next tab. And I know that you guys can check this out for yourself, but I just thought that it would be good to be able to share a little bit more about what it is that's going on. So this is about our wellness center, and it talks about the well-being. And really, for me, it's huge and not just for me, I'm saying for me, but because I'm talking about the building specifically, but all of our practitioners are really focused on that mind, body, heart, and soul. And so being able to incorporate complementary therapies for alternative medicine for wellness, so that we can actually have that better improve. So like, here's a little bit more information about each one. And then of course you can get a hold of us if you need to. And again, we'll have some more information about that. So health and wellness, this is one of the things that I was just talking about, is those self-serve services. So here you have access to these particular services that are actually here. And so like the Flex Ion detox, the medical infrared sauna, the Himalayan salt detoxer, the vibration massage mat, the satellite therapy, and the earthing mat. And so again, it has the these short descriptions as to what it is that's going on, but then you can actually go in and learn more about each one. And as we like right now, these ones just take you back to the booking link, but the eventually will have taking you to the learn more. So I've been doing them a couple of pages at a time, so that we can kind of get things going that way and share a little bit more. So like, for example, when you want to be able to learn more, it takes you to the Flex Ion foot detox and the anti-parasitic zapper. And so it shares a little bit more about what is going on, but it also gives you the booking link, because this has been one of the things that people have been challenged with is how do I actually get in to book? So I'm going to just go through the a sample, an example as to what it is that's going on. And so, so for example, if I wanted to, and then if you click more times, it'll actually give you more times. So like, that's one of the other options that is there as well. So I'm just going to go back to previous. So say, for example, I wanted to be able to book this Flex Ion on, and as you can tell, it starts at 7 a.m. So it goes from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. that you can come in. So it allows the self-serve services so that you can actually come in at different times and you just come in, use the services, and then you leave. And so that you don't have to worry about that. And so we've got the, so 10 a.m., for example. So we're going to click on 10 a.m. and then you're going to put in your information as to what it is that you want to be able to do. And of course, we've got the health check so that, because we want to make sure that we are following the, COVID questions and being able to ask, because again, we are asking people that if you're not well, then please don't come in, reschedule. If there is a time lapse as to when it is that you can cancel. And if you can't cancel because it is too late, and it just shoot us a message so that we can actually get those things going. And of course, we've got terms and conditions. And then you have the option of paying now or paying later, because some people prefer to come in and use their debit machine and or pay cash. So we can make those arrangements as well. And so in this particular case, you can actually go in and book it. And then you have that option. If you have a gift certificate or a code, then you can actually redeem it as well. So that way there it gets used up, and then it will give you your confirmation. And so I use obviously Acuity scheduling, so that gives you that information. And then in this particular case, I have a session on how to be able to prepare so that, and you also get this in your email so that you have access to that as well. In the Ionic Foot Detox, there are different bundles. And so I want to thank one of my clients who pointed out that she was having some difficulty getting into being able to get those things going. And so, so it has the packages so that you have access to each one of the packages, what it is that's going on, and so that you can actually get some savings. So if you actually buy 3, then you buy 2, you get one half off. If you buy a package of 5, you get 4 and you get 1 free. And if you buy a package of 10, you actually get 3 free. And so this is one of the ones that had the wrong information in. And so it was, yeah, so I fixed that. So that one there's all good now. And then it also gives you the option to be able to book the anti-parasitic zapper. And so that is also available. And then of course the suggested products. So I'm not going to go back there. And then if you click on, and so in this particular case right now, it has the Flex Ion Detox, and then it has the zapper, but I'm going to be removing that because I created a separate page specifically for the zapper, because it also has its own benefits and has its own information. So these are the metal rod zappers. And so it has, and so you have where you can use the machine if no one else is here, or it has the portable machine that you have access to as well. And then it shares about the benefits, what to expect, contraindications, that kind of thing. So it has all this information. And again, the booking calendar is here. Like I said, I will be removing it from the other page. I didn't realize it didn't get deleted, so I will be fixing that. So here again, how to be able to prepare repair? What is it that's going on? So on and so forth. And so under this tab will be all of the different services that those self-serve under that health and wellness. And so as I continue to add more, there's going to be more in there as well, because there are other things that we are looking at bringing in that are going to be available for people to be able to just come in and use at your own leisure and have that those benefits and that opportunity. And so, of course, we've got the shopping. So I was just talking about the metaphysical store. And so within the metaphysical store is that you have to book an appointment. So one of the things that, okay, so Cindy's saying that she's having trouble watching lives, keep stalling. So I will most likely come back and watch the replay later. And I've been having some difficulty with the, with it as well. So that's one of the things that I'm actually doing. So I just wanted to come back and check to see what, if there were any messages or any comments. That's super exciting. You're always adding new and innovative services. Yes, I'm super excited about that as well, Cindy. And so the shop is, so one of the things that happened is that the little shop that was in here previously, we've closed it. It's been closed. And so, but I've decided that I'm going to continue to offer products in the building so that you still have access to being able to have these things readily available. The only difference is that you can either purchase online, shop online, or you can actually book an appointment. So 2 people can book an appointment at a time, or 2 separate appointments can be booked at a time. And like, this is going to happen even though there's no longer any restrictions. So, and the reason for that is because it's going to be based on my own time schedule. So in the future, if we are in a position where we can actually hire somebody full-time again, then that will be one of the things that we will do, is have shopping hours, having store hours. However, in the meantime, in order to be able to have the shopping hours, is that we've had to set it up so that it's by appointment. So it is an inconvenience for some, simply because a lot of times when you're going shopping, you don't necessarily want to plan or book ahead. You're just kind of like, oh, I want to stop in. And so I will have some times when I'm just kind of sitting around and doing some work, because on every other Saturday, every other Sunday, I actually work. And so if I don't have any clients and things are quiet, then I will put the sign on the window and say that I'm open so that people can actually walk in. But for the most part, don't count on that. So, but for the most part is that you'll actually be able to come in and book your appointments. So this is just a very short page. And then there's also the shopping page. So you can actually purchase online. And I guess one of the things that was happening is that people were having some difficulty with one person, I shouldn't say people, one person was having some difficulty with being able to shop online. However, I don't know what the issue was. She was frustrated. She didn't want to try and help sort that out or figure that out. She just wanted to be able to go and purchase something quick. And I get that and I understand that. However, I don't know what the issue was. So if you are having any issues with shopping online, please let me know, because then I can reach out to tech support and say, hey, somebody was actually trying to order and this is what they were running into in terms of problems, because when I tried to do it, I wasn't able to duplicate the issue. So of course we've got books and we've got decks. And so, and I'm always adding new stock. So we already have stuff here that I'm still adding into the online purchase. So like we have, and it's showing low stock. So I have to figure out how to make it not show low stock, because typically for the most part, I have only one of each item anyway. So I don't know why it's showing that. So for the most part, I generally only have one of whatever it is that's still in stock. So except for things like the book that I'm in. So typically I have these ones. I have several books that I have written a chapter in. And so I typically have those ones in stock, and I generally have more than one, and so on and so forth. So like, it just gives you that opportunity. So say, for example, you wanted to be able to purchase the Crystal Witch. So you click on it and then it takes you into, so only one remaining because there's typically only one. And then you have the option of doing local delivery, shipping, or in-store pickup. So it defaults automatically to in-store pickup. And then, so then you add it to cart, and then it also has, and because I use Square, It also gives you the option to use Google Pay. I don't use Google Pay, so I don't know how that part works, but it is something that's an option in there. So it gives the description and then shipping and returns. And so it gives you that information. So if for whatever reason you are shopping and you want to be able to purchase anything, that's one of the things that you are able to do. So I'm going to go back to the other page. So that's the shopping page. And so then we have about our service providers. So when I click on service providers, as you can see, there's only 3 that are listed. And it doesn't mean because we only have 3 service providers, those are the only ones that have the pages fairly completed. So, but here has all the information about each one of our providers. If you are a provider and you would like to be able to have a space, then this is one of the things that is offered to you, is the opportunity to be able to have more information. So there are a couple of other people that are actually going to be added to this at some point. They're just not here yet, because we're still getting the details finalized. And so, but there will be more information added in here. And so all of our service providers are on this main page, but then you can actually go to each one of the individual people. So I'm going to go to Wendy because I'm already talking. So, and so Wendy is our holistic nutritionist. And so she has more than 10 years experience, and she has more than 30 years experience in health, but coming from a palliative care perspective. And so we are just waiting for her testimonial to be able to be added. But here's some more information. And then of course you can go and check out what some of the things that Wendy's doing on outside of what it is that's happening. But if you scroll down, we've got the live blood analysis where Wendy is here every Saturday at the Wellness Center. And so you can actually book here, and or you can actually go and learn more about it. She also does wellness and weight loss coaching. And so again, some more information. And so she's got the in-person, which also includes the live blood. And so she has the booking link, but also to be able to learn more, because she also offers this program in a different version, in a different format, online as well. So she also offers online services. So that is in there, as well as she offers our rest coaching. So she can do them in person, but typically she does those ones virtually. And so this is, and she's got some pretty amazing packages that in terms of like number of sessions and things like that. So this is more information, and I may end up adding more information about Wendy, but like this is kind of like the overall overarching information as to what it is that Wendy does and what Wendy offers here. And then we have Dana. And so Dana has a number of different services as well. So she's also a holistic nutritionist. She does breast health. She's huge on breast health. And so like that's one of the things that she does. Something that's new to when Dana's practice is the yoga faith practitioner that she has just become. But she also does thermography, and she does that here in Halebury as well. And so, so here's a little bit of information about Dana, and we're going to have some testimonial information here as well. And then again, you can go and visit Dana's website, which will give you more information about who she is. But here you can actually book in to the for thermography. And when you click on it, if there's no date for Halebury, then just shoot Dana a message and she can help let you know when the next clinic date is going to be. Because as they book the clinics, then that's when the dates kind of go in. So typically Dana is here once a month, and she's offering her services, but she also has Divine Wellness clinic. And so she focuses a lot on nutrition, perimenopause, and she incorporates that with God's word. So she does a lot of faith-based work. And so Dana also has the yoga faith. And so currently it is being offered inside her Facebook group. And so when you click more, learn more, it actually takes you to her Facebook group that you can join. So, and then we have Tamara, which I will be sharing more information about her. But in the meantime, you can go and check out her on the basic page, and also Diane. And so Diane is retired. However, she comes in and offers massage and reflexology, a full body massage, or you can have just reflexology if you choose. And so her services are available as well. So eventually that will be going to her page, but you're able to book in with her as well. And so I'm just going to go back and check and see if there's any other comments or any other questions. Okay. So, and again, if you have any questions, please definitely let me know. So we also have group sessions. So currently right now, the way that things sit in terms of group sessions is that these are the weekly adult programs that I offer. And so until March 1st is that I have it set up so that we have all of the group sessions are still being done virtually, simply because the flopping back and forth between in-person and virtual is a little bit cumbersome. So March 1st is when I'm looking to have everything reopened. And even though I'm able to have the group sessions, it's that fear of them canceling and returning us back to only doing virtual. And in preparation, it looks different in terms of my own preparation. So it's just easier for me to be able to stick with one or the other so that I'm not flip-flopping back and forth. So March 1st is my goal that we're going to be, because if nothing changes, because I think the mid-February was when they were making the second announcement as to what the next step was going to be, and to confirm how things were moving ahead. And so I just figured that it was just easier to do March 1st. So that's kind of where I'm at in terms of that. And so currently, the ones that I am offering are the ones that are here. And then we have the ones en français. So, j'ai une couple de programmes que j'offre en français. C'est Rayon et de Bonheur. Puis les deux sont des nouveaux programmes. Puis Éveillé avec Chakra Dance, encore en français. And then, of course, we've got the teen and stress programs, and those are offered weekly throughout the school year. So they will go right through until June, but they are broken down into sessions. So it's a 4-week session for Little Star program. Mindful Hearts is a 6-week program, and Worry Warriors are a 6-week program as well. The Little Star program is an hour, and the other 2 are 90 minutes, so that it gives them a little bit more time to be able to work through things. It has when you can actually book the next session, which means that when is it coming up, but you also have the option of being able to purchase do like a whole season. And if you purchase the whole season, you get 10% off the price. So like that's the other thing that's in here as well. And one of the things that I thought was in here, but it's not in here, so it obviously didn't populate, is that we have Tamara is offering monthly first aid and CPR classes, and so it didn't populate. Obviously, I didn't save it, so I'll have to go back and get that added. But Tamara is also offering that. She will at some point start offering some other information or other grief programs and things like that as well. But that will be as things kind of open back up again and shift things over. And so of course you can contact us. And so, but yeah, so like this is what it is that's going on and all the different things that are happening. And so we have, we're really excited about being able to offer all of these services. I'm trying to get back to my page. We are really excited to being able to offer all of these amazing programs. And so if there is anything that you are looking for, that you're not sure what it is that's happening, or if you want to be able to go through, is definitely send us a message. But the website page is actually running in the background. And so definitely excited to be able to have these services updates and be able to provide this information and going from there. So, and again, we're located at 498 Ferguson Avenue in Haileybury. And so, but yeah, so if you have any questions, super excited to be able to share that and to be able to provide some information. And, but yeah, these are the things that we are doing and offering. And there will be more updates and more things to be added, and we will talk with everybody later. Have a great day. Bye for now.